Welcome everybody to the 2014 Lie Detection Championships held here in Austin, Texas. And I'm sitting here with our lie detection expert, Jamie Pennebaker. Jamie, welcome to the championships.
Sam, it's a thrill to be here.
So today we are going to be looking at one of the contestants, Maddie, and she is going to be trying to fool you by telling a lie. Tell me, Jamie, how does this work?
Okay, the way that this works is we give her 5 cards, and each card has the name of an animal. Imagine dog, cat, fish, and so forth. And she will choose one of these 5 cards, and then I'm going to ask her, are you holding a card with the word dog? Are you holding it with the word cat, and so forth? She will say no to all of my questions. Now that means 4 of the 5 times when she says no, she's telling the truth. But one time she says no, let's say she's holding the word dog, and I say, is the word dog? She'll say no, and if she did that, she'd be lying. And what we're trying to find out is, can we catch her telling the truth versus lie by looking at her physiological responses and her behaviors?
So Jamie, you'll have absolutely no idea which card she actually picked her.
That's exactly right. So we will only find this out afterwards.
And you'll be relying on what to tell if she's lying?
Okay, as you look at this, you'll see 2 things. You'll see her in the upper right-hand corner, and what I want you to do is pay attention to her eyes, and you will also see the graph, and the graph is a measure of skin conductance.
Why is skin conductance relevant here?
Okay, we have electrodes on our fingers, and when a person sweats, it's salty, and your hands conduct electricity. So this really is a measure of electrical conductance. The higher the number, the more her hands are sweating, and we can tell when she's stressed because her hands sweat more.
So the idea behind this is that when you ask her about an animal, and she says she does not have it, and she really doesn't have it, that will not be anxiety-provoking to her. But when she's pretending, when she's lying to you, that will induce anxiety, which will increase the stress, and we should see a bump in that black line on the graph.
That's exactly right, Sam. So here's what we're going to do. We're about to start, and what I want you to pay attention to, both her eyes and the physiological response. Okay, Sam, we're about ready to begin, but before we do, the very first question I'm going to ask is the word fox. Now, this is the very first one, and the first time you do it, they're physiologically aroused. None of the cards actually have the word fox, so don't worry about this one. Is the word fox?
No.
Okay, and you'll see a little bit of rise there. Is the word
So, Jamie,
bird?
just which side of the graph should we be looking at here?
You should be on the right-hand side. Is the word duck? And you'll see 2 things. First of all, her eyes generally move around some, and there's no physiological response. Is the word crab?
No.
There's nothing there. Is the word deer?
No.
Nothing. There's nothing there.
So is this a typical pattern, Jamie?
Is the word fish?
No.
Whoa, just a second, let's stop here. Okay, let me show you a couple of things. First of all, we get a big response there, unlike all the other ones. And secondly, you'll notice that her eyes are completely frozen. She doesn't move around. Okay, let's continue. Is the word goat?
No.
Okay. Now that concludes the first round, and we get one big physiological response, and that was fish. And it turns out that's exactly the word she's holding. Now we're going to do this one more time, and it's going to be a different word. And I'm going to ask her again. The first one will be fish, and we know she's not holding that. But again, just watch both the graph and watch her eyes.
And so, Jamie, when you see a pattern like this, when you see such a big jump, how sure can you be that that's the word?
Statistically, about 80%, 90% of the time, we're probably accurate. And it depends on the person. But, you know, I can't believe that she made the final because she is very transparent when she's lying. Let's go to the next round. Okay, it's the word fox.
No.
Okay, that fox is not a real word, and you see that first natural reaction. Is the word fish?
No.
She's a very calm customer.
She is, but watch those eyes. Is the word goat?
No.
See, her eyes are moving around. That means that's not the word. Is the word Deer.
No.
Is the word crab?
No.
Ooh, look at the frozen eyes. Is the word duck?
And she's now
No.
trying to suppress a smile of some sort.
She is.
Is that normal behavior?
Yes, that is.
Is the
So
word
here's two things
bird?
to take away from
No.
this. First of all, when a person lies, they tend to show these big increases in hand sweatiness. And by the way, it turns out she really was holding the word crab. And secondly, is when people lie, they tend to freeze. They tend to inhibit their behaviors. And that's exactly what happened. And after she had lied, she held that for a long time. And then when she thought it was safe, then she could move around and smile and so forth.
And I noticed when she was first saying no, it seemed like her mouth was kind of inhibiting an expression too as well. She kind of tried to hold her mouth very. It was almost a horrified look that she tried to inhibit there.
That's right. It's kind of like a micro-momentary expression. So this concludes the case of Maddie. I'm afraid she's not going to make it onto the semifinal round.
Well, that was absolutely fascinating. Can't wait to see the 2015 championships. We'll see you back again next year. This is Sam Gosling reporting from the National Championships at UT Psychology Live.
And Jamie Pennebaker, thanks for joining us.
See you all next year.